Boater Hunter Hadley found Saturday evening.
In San Antonio, an Air Force major sentenced to 20 years in prison for the murder of his wife in 2019.
And State Senator Lois Kolkhorst is sponsoring a new sporting betting bill.
Boundary headed our way, looking to bring us some showers and cooler temperatures. We'll talk all about it.
And the Cuero Gobblers and East Titans took to the ball diamond tonight. We see how they did in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us for 25 News Now at 10. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia. Tonight, the Port Lavaca Wave reporting the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office has confirmed the body of Hunter Hadley found Saturday evening around 5 p.m. The Calhoun County Sheriff Bob Vickery confirmed Hadley was found. Hadley went missing the night of January 27th after his boat collided with a barge in the intra-coastal waterway. McCoy Wagner, who was a passenger in the boat, was rescued. He is in serious condition in a San Antonio hospital. A fundraiser to help the family is set for March 4th. Hadley was just 20 years old.
A Wharton County jury took 1 hour to sentence Robert Satterfield to the death penalty. The El Campo Leader News reports Satterfield had been found guilty of the murder of 4-year-old Ray Sean Baby Ray Hudson Jr. in June 2018 in Wharton County. The Victoria County Sheriff's Office notified the Refugio County Sheriff's Office of a stolen vehicle that was southbound on U.S. Highway 77. The vehicle was showing Florida license plates. Refugio County Sheriff's deputies confirmed through Miami-Dade police the vehicle was stolen. The driver, a Cuban national, taken into custody and charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Monday morning, Hallettsville police took into custody a Hallettsville man who had an outstanding parole warrant for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. After further investigation, the man was found to also be in possession of methamphetamine. The man was booked into the Lavaca County Jail.
Lavaca County Sheriff's Office working a bailout off of Lavaca County Road 14 near Navidad River. The vehicle is a silver Ford F-250 with a black fuel tank. The people in the vehicle have fled on foot and are thought to be in the area. The total number of people is unknown. The latest on the urgent evacuation order in place in East Ohio. Authorities are warning of toxins in the air after a train carrying dangerous material derailed Friday evening.
The governor of Ohio gave an update earlier this afternoon saying crews are planning a controlled release of the chemicals.
Crews are working to prevent a major explosion in the small town of East Palestine, Ohio, with a controlled release of hazardous materials inside 5 train tanker cars that derailed on Friday.
This allows us to control that operation and not have the car react and do it itself.
Officials expanding the mandatory evacuation zone to include parts of Pennsylvania. Police going door to door telling people to leave immediately to avoid exposure to the dangerous chemicals, including vinyl chloride.
You need to leave. You just need to leave. We're ordering you to leave. This is a matter of life and death.
Short-term exposure to the chemical can irritate the eyes, nose, throat, and lungs. Long-term can lead to chronic liver and kidney problems. Multiple explosions have already caused massive fires since the derailment, sending toxins into the air.
Certain areas smell just horrific. Like in the car, I pulled my jacket up over my face and it was bad.
Schools and offices in the area closed on Monday. The small town located about 50 miles northwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right now, there's no clear timeline on when residents may be able to go back home. EPA crews are testing the air and water regularly. Although the water is discolored, they say it is safe to drink.
The National Transportation Safety Board has recovered the data recorder on board. Investigators say a preliminary review indicates mechanical issues within the railcar axle. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A former Air Force major was sentenced to 20 years in prison in the murder of his wife in San Antonio in 2019. Andre McDonald was found not guilty of murdering his wife, Andreen McDonald, whose body was found in a field back in 2019. Instead, he was convicted of the lesser charge of manslaughter. He admitted his wife died after they fought inside their bathroom. He said he panicked, loaded her body into his car, and dumped her remains in a nearby field.
What happened today here is an example of the justice system. We're not happy with 20 years. And I think Texas needs to change the definition of murder because my family believes that this was murder.
McDonald was also indicted for tampering with evidence. He's still awaiting trial on that charge.
Let's take a first look at your forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Howie Gordon. Howie?
All right, here's what we're looking at. Temperatures, okay, we warmed close to 80 today. Still holding near 70 degrees. A nice warm day here in the Crossroads. I'll sign up for these all day. Now, winds a couple hours ago very much on the windy side in the 30s, 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Since then, about 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. Not as bad, but still a little breezy. This evening will be in the 60s. Overnight, dropping down to 61 degrees. We're looking at a boundary to bring us some rain and cooler temperatures. We'll talk more about it.
Howie, thank you. Chief Appraiser John Halliburton with the Victoria Central Appraisal District is retiring after 44 years of service. Halliburton served as Chief Appraiser for more than 17 years. The Board of Directors has selected Carrie Wycliffe as Interim Chief Appraiser. She joined the Appraisal District in 2015. The search for a new Chief Appraiser is underway. Halliburton's last day is March 8th. State Senator District 18 Lois Kolkhorst is the new sponsor of bills for legalizing online sports betting in Texas. The Texas Tribune reports the previous sports betting bill filed in the last legislative session went nowhere in the GOP-led Senate. The legislation would ask voters to decide in a November election whether they want to legalize mobile sports betting or wagering on games online. A public meeting was held last week in Calhoun County to get comments on Formosa Plastics' proposed project. The Port Lavaca Wave reports around 40 people attended the meeting at the Bauer Community Center. Formosa Plastics plans to install 4 new enclosed ground flares. The hearing was requested by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality on behalf of the San Antonio Bay organization led by Diane Wilson.
A fundraiser now established for the Port Lavaca downtown fire loss last Thursday. The fire destroyed the home of Port Lavaca Mayor Jack Whitlow. The Something More Foundation has set up a fund to assist the mayor and other property owners in recovery. All funds received will go to the property owners affected. PEM Health is asking the Crossroads community for donations as the war in Ukraine rages on. Ukrainian citizens struggle for supplies during this war. PEM Health is asking for the community's help by donating items and supplies such as bandages or medical supplies, baby products like diapers, toys for children, and warm clothes. PEM Health CEO Tommy Bayer says these small things can change lives in Ukraine.
We take it for granted here, and I can only imagine the supply chains and all the disruption going on an ongoing basis. I feel like this is the least we can do.
Last year, PEM Health received about 20,000 pounds and 500 boxes in support. You can beat those numbers this year. The collection begins February 13th until the end of the month. Donations can be made every weekday from 8 a.m. until noon. PEM Health has 2 locations, one at 101 James Coleman Drive and one at 102 Medical Drive. Drop-off times in the lobbies of both locations Monday through Friday. Along with supply donations, PEM Health will take monetary donations. Make sure your items are boxed and no weekend drop-offs are accepted. A very close call at Austin's Bergstrom International Airport Saturday. The NTSB says a FedEx cargo jet and a Southwest Airlines 737 came as close as 100 feet from colliding. The two were cleared to use the same runway. Investigators say it was a FedEx pilot, not air traffic controllers, who averted the disaster.
This is within 2 minutes. And you had FedEx essentially at some point with Southwest right underneath it, and the two were closing in. It seems fairly clear, and we're still trying to figure out the proximity, the close proximity between the two aircraft, but it was very close, and we believe less than 100 feet.
In 2017, the NTSB recommended airports start using technology designed to notify controllers to prevent this kind of situation. It's only used at 35 airports in the U.S., and Austin is not one of them.
Governor Greg Abbott Monday released new requirements for state agencies in banning Chinese social media app TikTok on state-issued devices or networks. KXAN reports agencies are required to restrict their devices' access to app stores, prevent unauthorized app downloads, and are able to remotely wipe devices. Each agency must submit their plan to enforce the requirements by February 15th. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News Now at 10, Salman Rushdie spoke in an interview the first time since he was stabbed at a speaking event in New York last August.
Also ahead, a suspect is arrested in Houston after stealing an ambulance in a chain of vehicle thefts.
Did you get my Valentine? What if you made another Valentine for someone in your desk pod?
There, girls. I need a woman.
Bust the move. I found this Valentine in my mailbox, and it's from, quote, a secret admirer. Is this from one of you guys?
I know who it is.
Just don't do anything nasty on school grounds, because if I can, then y'all can.
I have something really important I need to ask you.
Bust the move.
Victoria All Sports, South Texas's largest family-owned sporting goods store. Having served Victoria and surrounding counties since 1971, we're proud to continue to meet your firearms, hunting, fishing, camping, and outdoor apparel needs. Our friendly and knowledgeable outdoor experts can help you pick the perfect equipment for your next outdoor excursion, and that our in-house gunsmith services are available long after your purchase. Come get geared up at Victoria All Sports, located at 1902 Houston Highway, right here in Victoria.
Need weather around the clock? When the weather changes in the Crossroads, you need a reliable source. Visit Interactive Radar online for the latest conditions in the Crossroads area. CrossroadsToday.com. Weather at your fingertips.
25 News Now would like to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Go to the link on your screen for more information on how to download.
Stay up to date with what's happening in the Crossroads by downloading the Crossroads Today mobile app. You'll get instant alerts to your phone or tablet the minute breaking news or weather happens. Only the free Crossroads Today mobile app features weather updates for local sports. The Crossroads Today app gives you the ability to stream our daily newscasts when you're on the go and share pictures or tips straight to our newsroom and so much more. Brought to you locally by Prosperity Bank with 12 locations serving the Crossroads area.
Weather in the Crossroads can be disruptive, like the big flood, Hurricane Harvey, and the Arctic blast.
Conditions can change in an instant, which is why we're committed to keeping you and your family safe.
Warning you in advance with weather alert days, on air, online, and on our Crossroads Today mobile app.
From Victoria to Cuero and Port Lavaca, the 25 News Now First Warn Storm Team helps you plan your day every day.
Tired of your typical clock in, clock out job? You need a rewarding career in an entertaining environment that you'll enjoy. Take yourself out of the box and come to the Victoria Television Group. We have an active, fun, creative atmosphere that can help you succeed and keep those everyday work blues away. Come join our energetic and outgoing sales team. Renew your career and learn to use skills you didn't know you had. Call us 361-575-2500 or email opportunity@victoriatelevision.com for more information.
A 7.8 magnitude earthquake early Monday killed more than 4,000 people in Turkey and Syria and toppled thousands of buildings. Survivors cried out for help under debris as first responders contended with rain and snow. Earthquake activity continued to rattle the region, including another jolt nearly as powerful as the first one. Spain is sending a group of 85 specialists to support search and rescue operations.
Salman Rushdie granted an interview to The New Yorker, the first since he was stabbed at a speaking engagement in New York last August. He lost vision in one eye in the attack at the Chautauqua institution, which left him hospitalized for 6 weeks. In the interview, Rushdie says there is such a thing as PTSD, as he finds it hard to sit down and write. The 24-year-old accused of stabbing Rushdie was charged with attempted murder.
Houston police were involved in a chase today after a suspect stole an ambulance from a Houston Fire Department station. The suspect stole a black Infiniti in the Heights area, then drove the car to the fire station with a flat tire around 1 p.m. One of the station's bay doors was open as a fire crew member asked the suspect if he needed help. The suspect reportedly jumped into the ambulance and sped off. Around 3 p.m., a chase began after the ambulance was spotted in southwest Houston.
The ambulance was actually spiked in about the 5300 block of Greenbrier, and he was taken into custody. Our suspect was taken into custody without incident. At this time, we are pursuing auto theft charges and felony evading charges, and we do believe that the suspect right now is in crisis.
No one was hurt. The winter season brings cold and dry air, which can be tough on the skin.
But experts have tips and tricks on how to make this winter season easier on your skin. Here's more.
As temperatures and humidity levels drop in winter, according to experts from the University of Michigan, our skin becomes drier. And this can be especially difficult for people with eczema and other skin conditions. But dermatologists say there are ways to prevent your skin from becoming dry. First, you can apply moisturizer to your face and body daily. The best time is after taking a shower. Dermatologists at Brigham Health explain that the thicker the cream, the better. Look for helpful ingredients on the bottle, like urea and ceramides. And when you shower, try to make it shorter and avoid long hot baths. Very hot water can dry out your skin. Dermatologists also recommend body soaps that are easy on the skin. Look for the word gentle on the label. When washing your clothes, use a sensitive skin detergent. And at home, try to use a humidifier. It not only can help reduce dryness in your skin, but also your eyes and nose. And of course, don't forget that even in the winter, you must protect your skin against the sun. Make sure you apply sunscreen daily. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
AMC is introducing new ticket pricing options depending on where you sit. For now, there will be 3 options. First is standard price, which AMC says will be for the most common seats. For a seat in the middle of the theater, there will be a premium price. And for those wanting to save some money, a seat in the front row will now cost less than a regular ticket. The new pricing initiative rolls out Friday in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City. It's set to hit all AMC theaters before the end of this year. And so here's your viewer poll tonight. Scan that QR code right there on your screen to participate. Would you pay more for certain movie theater seats? Yes or no? According to our polls, 11% of you say yes and 89% of you say no. Thank you for participating tonight. Remember, come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate in all our daily viewer polls.
Do you think they could have made some money after movies like Top Gun Maverick? Woo, my. Hey, PAM Health is hosting the Cupid Hustle 5K this Saturday. Registration opens at 8:30 a.m. The race starts at 9:30 a.m. for children and 10 a.m. for adults. Cost is $15 for children, $25 for adults. It takes place at the PAM North parking lot area, 102 Medical Drive. All money raised goes to the American Heart Association to fight heart disease and stroke.
A boundary's headed our way, bringing showers and a cool down. We'll talk all about that coming up in just a moment.
So, what do you do?
I'm a yoga instructor. You?
Pageant queen, turned rocket scientist.
I bet those pageants really prepared you for NASA.
Tell me something true.
I'm a criminal.
I'm CIA. What did you say you do again?
I found this Valentine in my mailbox. Is this from one of you guys?
I know who it is.
Just don't do anything nasty on school grounds, because if I can, then y'all can.
Bust the move.
Navarro Small Animal Clinic provides exceptional veterinary care in the Crossroads with complete veterinary services for your pet's wellness, including ultrasound, digital x-rays, and in-house laboratory. Navarro Small Animal Clinic, serving Victoria and surrounding communities with comprehensive veterinary care. Our goal is to provide complete care for your pets. Dr. Shayna Boak and her staff at Navarro Small Animal Clinic welcomes your pets Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at 5009 Country Club Drive.
This is the best season of American Idol overall when it comes to original talent. There's this young woman named Lucy Love. She's singing for her life.
I want my children to come up not even knowing that the lights were getting ready to get cut off.
Singing this song for my babies. Show those babies to never give up on their dream. Thank you.
Best is yet to come. American Idol season premiere February 19th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
I'm Charles Fisher of Fisher's Auto Sales. When you make a big purchase, doing your homework is very important. Invest some time finding the right vehicle at the right dealership. You want a dealership that takes pride in the vehicles they sell and offers quality, not quantity, for their customers' hard-earned money. It's a good idea to buy from someone that offers service after the sale and takes care of their customers, like Fisher's Auto Sales. Our family has been taking care of Crossroads families for 20 years now, and we plan on being here another 20 years too.
Are you ready to stop letting big business take your customers away? Phase 3 Digital is your #1 digital marketing resource to keep your customers shopping with you. With an office right here in the Crossroads and a team of support across the nation, we can help you wherever your business is in the online journey. From building a site to developing e-commerce capabilities to growing your customer base, we will drive results. It is time to take the next step in growing your business with Phase 3 Digital. Are you ready to take your customers back? Give us a call or visit us online to get started.
All right, we'll start off in Cuero. We had mostly sunny skies today. We're seeing some clouds starting to move into the area as that moisture pushes in from the Gulf. Okay, here's what we got. 78 degrees today with lots of sunshine, 10 degrees above where we're supposed to be. Back in 1911, yeah, we were warming into the mid-80s. We could easily be in the 80s this time of year. Today's weather felt absolutely fantastic after days and days of those clouds and that cooler weather. I didn't like that at all. All right, here's our temperature still. Holding pretty good near 70 within a few degrees pretty much right across South Texas. So very much a nice night. Not going to drop down too badly temperature-wise. Dew points coming up a little bit. Okay, in the mid-60s as this moisture continues to move in from the Gulf. We'll start to see an increase in these temperatures as well. All right, here's our wind speeds. We were in the 30s, our 35-mile-per-hour gusty winds a little while ago, but now here we are, 15 to 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Not too bad, but you know what? Last week we had winds gusting with temperatures in the 30s with a real feel in the 20s, so this isn't bad at all. When it's warm, let the winds blow. All right, full color illustration. Cold front headed our way. Moisture pushing in from the Gulf. That's increasing our rain chances. We're going to get some lift. We got some upper weather dynamics. The sun will destabilize us. Moisture running into moisture, creating some lift. Yes, that could bring us some showers. And now there is a cap and a lid there on the atmosphere, but this boundary should be enough to overpower this cap and this lid. And that could bring us some showers and maybe even strong storms, potentially even severe weather. And the boundary pushes through, high pressure moves in, clears us off, and dries us off before another boundary heads our way to cool us down again. Here's our showers as this moisture moves in ahead of the system. Yeah, look at that. Here comes the boundary then, and we're looking at some showers, maybe even some areas of some heavy rain. I'll keep an eye out for some severe weather conditions. Then everything clears off, we clear off, dry off, and then eventually another boundary comes our way to cool us down. All right, here's our marine forecast. So 61 for our water temperature. Seas, though, occasionally get 8 feet. The winds the way they are. Bays choppy. That's right, a small craft advisory. So please be very careful out there on the waterways. This evening we'll drop into the 60s. Partly cloudy skies, not too bad, but then overnight, here is where we're going. We're going to see winds gusting to 25 miles per hour, dropping down to just 61 degrees. So increasing clouds will stay on the breezy side. But then here's what we have for tomorrow. We have an alert day, 76 degrees, winds around 30 miles per hour with a 40% chance of some showers. So again, alert day for Tuesday, but then that boundary comes in, knocks us down. Look at that, 63 degrees. But then we warm up a day with some of that Gulf moisture, 67. Another cold front comes in, knocks us down into the 50s, but then the roller coaster goes back uphill because then we warm back up close to 70 later in the week. For more weather news and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com. That is free with any Android and iPhone.
And the UHV men's and women's golf team are finishing up their competition in Laredo. We see how round one went after the break.
and be the next American Idol. Season premiere Sunday, February 19th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Movies are dreams that you never forget.
It's the most magical place in the world. You stop making movies, that'll break your mother's heart.
This is larger than any of us.
The Kiwanis Club has been serving the youth in Victoria since 1946, and we are excited to announce our 15th annual Riverside Bicycle Ride, presented by Civil Corp on March 25th, to raise funds and awareness for our partner organizations who serve children of the Crossroads. Join us for this timed and SAG-supported ride with 6 routes, including a 10K family ride with fun activity stops, starting at First English Lutheran Church. Register at riversideride.com. Kids need Kiwanis. Kiwanis needs you. Sponsored in part by the Victoria Television Group.
So you and your husband wrote your new movie, right? We had your co-star Jay Ellis here.
Jay plays my love interest in the movie.
Is it not awkward at all for your husband to be filming you while you're in like a intimate scene with another dude?
When you say it like that, it seems like I should say yes.
Plus, Michael Bolton.
At a Crossroads, the Victoria East Titans traveled down to Cuero to take on the Gobblers on the Ball Diamond tonight. Things got a little scary early on as one of the East Titans was hit with a pitch in the head and he was carted off the field, but he waved to the fans saying that he was okay and we wish him nothing but the best. The Gobblers and Titans both were able to get quality at-bats, good pitching outings, and it was a good scrimmage overall for both teams. There were some mishaps, but it was expected for the first outing of the year. UHV men's golf team is competing in the Jack Brown Memorial Tournament, and they are in prime position for tomorrow. The Jaguars are sitting in third place after round 1 of the tournament. The final day of the tournament is tomorrow and are only 7 strokes behind the lead, which is held by UT Tyler. The top performer for UHV is Jackson Langford, who was 1 shot under par and is 1 stroke behind the leader after finishing his final 3 holes with 2 birdies. The UHV women's golf team is on the opposite side of the spectrum, coming in 11th place after day 1. The top performer for UHV is Caitlin Lopez, who is the 5th golfer on the team, but showed out today and is tied for 39th place at 86 strokes, which is 14 behind the leader from West Texas A&M. The tournament will continue tomorrow for both the men's and women's teams. The top 25 AP poll is out and multiple Texas teams made the list. The highest ranked team is from the Lone Star State, and it's once again Dawn's Houston Cougars. The Cougars are 22-2 on the season and coming off an 81-65 win over Temple to move up to the number 2 spot. The Texas Longhorns also make the top 5 at number 5, moving up 5 with its 69-66 win over Kansas State. The Horns are 19-4 on the year. The Baylor Bears are ranked 14th, but are back a few spots even though they beat Texas Tech 89-62. The last Texas team on the list is TCU, falling 2 spots after losing to Oklahoma State 79-73. Teams are jockeying for the Big 12 title, and the Horns are sitting atop, and the Cougars are sitting atop of theirs as well. 7-time world champion Tom Brady says he will start broadcasting in the fall of 2024. The former Tampa Bay QB signed a 10-year deal with Fox last May to become the network's top analyst when he decided to quit playing for good. Brady said that he didn't want to immediately rush into announcing and that he wanted to catch up on some other parts of his life. Brady is expected to eventually join Kevin Burkhardt in the booth, and Burkhardt and Greg Olsen will call the first Super Bowl on Sunday when the Kansas City Chiefs face the Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Mavericks odds are getting better to win the NBA title. The Mavericks and Brooklyn Nets agreed to send their 8-time All-Star to the Big D, tearing apart the final parts of the Big Three in Brooklyn. Irving told the team that he wanted to be traded before the league's deadline, which is Thursday. Irving is averaging 27 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds this season. His new teammate, Luka Doncic, is averaging 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists. Well, that's your sports. Don and Karina, back to you.
All right, Gino, thank you. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 10. We'll take a last look at your weather. Plus, an Arizona sea lion makes a big surprise prediction, and I'm not lying.
What is going on with you? Since I've been writing obituaries, I've been weirdly stuck in my head.
Now I'm breaking it down.
We were the same age.
Yeah, except you got old and you died. I know, super sadsies.
I'm getting really tired of listening to dead people.
Ah! I've had it with you ghosts. You are not coming with me.
Oh, wow, that's a perk.
Ain't nobody quite like me. I do what I'm me.
Hello, I'm Karina Garcia, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me August 19th to the 28th as we explore Bryce, Zion, and the Grand Canyon. Immerse yourself in the scenic beauty of 4 iconic national parks. Enjoy sweeping panoramas and otherworldly rock formations in these one-of-a-kind locations. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword KAVU, for more information.
You really are like family to me. I love you guys.
You feel like home.
Band of Dads.
You feel like home.
If you two ever want to get married, I'd be okay with that.
Oh, wow.
You're pregnant.
You are going to be such a great mom.
You're going to be one hell of a dad.
I learned from the very best.
A Million Little Things. The farewell season begins Wednesday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
A new report from the CDC found dialysis patients are 100 times more likely to develop a staph infection compared to people not on dialysis. CDC leaders say the problem lies with the catheters and needles used to circulate a person's blood through the dialysis machine. The report found bloodstream infections linked to dialysis disproportionately affect Black and Hispanic adults, because they have a higher risk for kidney disease due to higher rates of diabetes and hypertension.
An off-duty first responder in Windham, Maine saved another man from suffering from a cardiac arrest. The off-duty EMT was driving with his family when they noticed the vehicle in front of them was driving erratically. When the driver drove into a pile of snow, Dustin was the first on the scene. Dustin quickly realized the driver, Rob Parrott, was having a cardiac arrest. Dustin performed CPR on Rob for more than 7 minutes before paramedics arrived.
Able to realize he was not breathing, and that's where I was like, all right, he needs to come out so I can get him on the ground and initiate CPR.
The two men live only a few blocks from each other. They say they plan to stay connected going into the future. And this, of course, serves as a reminder to, have that CPR training in hand. You never know when it could come in handy.
It could save lives.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, it could. All right, let's go to Howie for the latest on the weather.
All right, here's what we have. Water temperature 61, but we have a small craft advisory, bays, choppy seas, occasionally up to 8 feet. So yes, please be very careful out there on the waterway. In the evening, we'll be in the 60s, partly cloudy skies. Overnight, dropping down to 61, winds still gusting about 25 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, 76, looking at some rain chances. Then a boundary knocks us down temperature-wise, but we warm up again and then cool down and warm up all over again.
Who is going to win this year's Super Bowl is the big question leading up to the game between the Philadelphia Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs. And Mago, the sea lion, has made his prediction. He lives at an aquarium in Scottsdale, and he's getting in on this week's Super Bowl festivities. The 8-year-old California sea turtle pondered the situation for about a moment or two and then selected the Eagles to win Super Bowl 57. I guess we'll just have to see how that prediction pans out Sunday. And Don, are you a wings or pizza guy on Super Bowl day?
I just prefer to eat good food. You know, but I should say that Sea Line earlier in the season predicted it was going to be the Seahawks versus the Dolphins. We're friends of his.
All right, well, thank you for joining us for 25 News Now at 10. Remember, we're streaming 24/7 on Crossroads Today Plus.
Join Carolina Astroin and meteorologist Trey Mining for 25 News Now. Sunrise starting at 5 a.m. Good night, everybody.